We were out here watching Father George, dude.
It's another great night.
Papa George,
Pop
dude.
Radio.
Watching it live on my live.
We are here.
JK, I won't keep this on for long. I just want to get set up. Love me some George Bruno in the morning. Father George. Papa George.
Talk Radio night. We're going to be discussing today's editorial. And I'm going to be developing some of it. And then
trying to a lot of
having a little
times
discussion about it.
A lot of times my angles are weird.
So let's get going.
Just get the best angle.
I'm going to be talking about 3 or 4 different topics today.
Is that right, Georgie? Is that right, Georgie?
I've been writing like this for many, many years, even before the advent of the internet, way before YouTube. I would write things like the essays that I do, the editorial. I've made copies of it on the copy machine at work and give it to the guys. That's how this started. I would write things like that. That's how this started. There was no internet when I started teaching this. Didn't even exist. I literally would type it on a typewriter. And I make copies.
Okay.
Man, if anyone has those copies now, they are collector's items. Absolute collector's items.
Ooh, check that out. Woke up this morning, got myself a sub. Not only did I get 1 sub, I got lots. That was weird.
That picture is AI's version of me and the wizard that's usually up there. All right, we're going to talk.
We're going to talk, dude.
Let's get started here.
Yeah, let's get started, dude.
Editorial. Let me just see if I
got myself up. Woke up this morning. Got myself a sub. Got myself a sub.
Editorial number 1.
I'm going to wear this hat.
And you might have read this already, but we can talk about it. What hurt wasn't the ending. It was the realization that I loved her more than she loved me. And I felt it slipping while I was standing there trying to make sense of it.
That seems to be kind of a go-to like I do.
We traveled. Time was spent. Money was spent.
Jaco Pastorius.
And many times that she said she would love to be my wife.
Yeah,
that sentence right there, that keeps a man anchored for a long time.
Hold up, look this.
Long after the tide goes out. Especially if you kind of like the gal.
Which way
then
do we
came
need
the
to move?
slow fade.
That way?
Then came the slow fade.
Yeah.
I didn't see her much. I didn't hear her much. It ended up being a couple months of being ghosted. And of course, I had to do everything I could to keep from cyber stalking and just seeing what she's doing. Breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbing texts started to come in. Just enough to keep the door cracked. And finally, the text that closed the door. Thank you for the hotels, the dinners, the vacation, the
I feel like I'm
trips.
too far back.
But you know I didn't ask for that. I appreciate your effort. I don't know what else to do. I'm okay
Got
solo.
myself a sub.
I enjoyed having a friend.
A little closer.
That stuck me in my tracks because it wasn't like I was wishful thinking. She was giving of herself, read between the lines there. But that's what she said. I liked having a friend. I guess that was more of a fuck buddy. No. That was a soft goodbye. That was like a slow plunging dagger into the heart. And at that moment, I realized that reframed the entire connection. This is how I viewed it now. All of those experiences was something she received, but never participated in. He wanted the
Excuse me.
Yeah.
without being present. Effort without entitlement. She was off the hook. I know, but you know I didn't ask for all that stuff. Wow, I thought to myself. It was a quiet way of saying you overinvested, but I never agreed to the terms that you were operating under.
I don't know.
Alrighty, well,
Completely forgot that link.
the history is this. I was a fuckboy. That was the reality. I was
Oh,
comfortable.
man. Back hurts
I was
already.
detached. Sex without responsibility. And she felt the same way about me. But somewhere along the line, I unconsciously shifted from fuckboy to feelings boy. That transition only works when it's mirrored. It has to be reciprocated. She didn't want to be courted, claimed, or led anywhere. She wanted companionship without cost. She wanted companionship without responsibility. She wanted sex without obligation. And she wanted validation without it escalating in any way, unless it was on her terms. Of course, the occasional "hey stranger," or "I'm lonely," or "I miss you" texts showed up later. But that always happens when the woman wants access to you without accountability. The part that most men miss is that she was a fucking girl too. She never transitioned to feelings girl. She never transitioned to feelings or feeling it internally. I did, she didn't. I was growing in feeling towards her in direction while she stayed comfortable in ambiguity. She loved the gray area, which only means one thing. I wasn't her first choice, and there were other men in her life. That imbalance could be lethal to the relationship. And that was my first real lesson in identifying genuine burning desire. You know I always talk about the genuine burning desire.
Oh
And
my god.
understanding how non-negotiable that is. When it's there, when that desire is there, you don't question it. When it's not, you start explaining things, over-explaining.
Ouch.
Now, women later can rewrite history and say they felt used. In this case,
Ouch.
it's
A double
closer to,
ouch.
remember the Bob Seger song Night Moves?
Stretch.
A lot of guys I know die for
Stretch
that
again.
situation.
Yeah, there you go.
I used her, she
Stretch
used
a
me,
little bit.
neither one
Stretch.
cared. We were getting our share. And that was it. That was it. We were getting our share. The problem started when I wanted more and she didn't.
Man,
She was always available for me,
fingers
always
not
made
moving.
herself available, which made me kind of think, okay, she's growing towards me.
What are we gonna do, man?
What
Gosh.
happened was I lost frame, and she didn't. She remained even. I was falling into the trap.
Hey, what's up, man?
I lost frame,
What's up, Bodie?
and our friend Rollo Tomasi.
How we say? Yeah.
It's
Is
chapter
it Bode or
in
Bodie?
this book.
Bodie? What's up, bro? Bodie Anderson.
Bottom line, I loved her more than she loved me. I swore that would never happen again. So, gentlemen, I pass these lessons on to you plainly without a romantic or nostalgic dressing. First one,
Hey, I appreciate
I
that.
don't
Yeah.
want to be remembered as a friend that she once liked and slept
This is
with.
called
Never
Babinga.
lived in a gray area.
The wood.
Number
The wood
two,
is called Babinga.
having clarity protects you. You need
This is a 6-string bass
clarity
guitar.
as soon as
6-string bass
possible.
guitar.
That
Electric
does
6-string
not
bass guitar.
mean asking her, what are we? That is the most feminine question I've ever heard. Chicks say that. So what
I've
are
got a different stream
we?
going
A man
on.
doesn't ask that.
Some guy talking, so it's kind of double talk. I can turn it off
Number three, never
it's,
overgive
if it's distracting.
without feedback. Because you can't buy love. Never overgive.
But this is what I do. I
Do
wake
you
up,
think
I just
that I talk
start
about
moving.
Fleming's Steakhouse just
all it
because
is,
I
start
didn't
moving.
pull that out of thin air? That's why I said
I usually will start with
treating girlfriends.
just my right hand moving.
Like a
My
wife.
right hand.
Girlfriends do not get wife benefits. Period. Special dinners, vacations are all for a beloved wife, not a girlfriend who can't even admit that you're in a relationship. Never substitute resources for leadership.
I remember to breathe.
Because provision without direction is
Breathe
bribery.
while doing.
You can't bribe a woman into loving you. Never stay where a woman is comfortable but not invested. Because comfort is cheap. Remember, nostalgia is a trap, and it keeps men loyal
Just
to
keep moving.
ghosts.
Like
Think
that.
about that. There's going to be no loyalty to ghosts.
Go to the next string.
Or let me say it the way that I classically say it. There will be no loyalty to ghosts. There's a massive difference between a woman loving you and a woman loving what you represent or provide. This bears repeating. There's a massive difference between a woman loving you and a woman loving what you represent or provide.
Yeah.
If she can live without you emotionally, that's your first signal to step back and do an emotional cleanse before you continue to betray yourself further. That lesson cost me time, money, and pride. It also gave me clarity.
There we go.
And clarity is very expensive. It's worth every penny in the long run. That's editorial number 1. Hope you liked it.
I stand up straight.
Number 2.
Big difference.
You ready?
Big difference.
You gotta remember the origin of this stuff. I used
Gotta
to
remember
type this out
sometimes.
with a typewriter.
I
This
remember
was even
sometimes that
before anyone had PCs or laptops.
as a tall
And then I used to
person,
make copies of it
as a tall guy,
and give it to my guy friends.
tend to lean a lot, slouch a lot.
This
And
one is
it
called Take It
kills
Off
your back.
On.
and you're not even aware of it, really. I mean, I'm aware of it. It's like I'm aware but not aware of it. Of the little things that you're doing
Learn fast, keep walking.
that are
Sitting around and
causing you a lot
clicking
of
your
pain,
wounds,
especially in your shoulders,
replaying
your neck.
texts, rereading memories.
So when I'm standing straight up like
That's
this, I
how
have my
men
chest out
discuss
just a little,
pain
and my shoulders back
is
a little,
tuition.
and I
Think
feel
about
that
that.
relief, you know?
What do you pay tuition for? For learning experience.
That's when you know you're slouching.
Pain
That's when you
is
feel
tuition. Pain is the price that you
the
pay
relief
to learn.
when you're not.
But here's the thing. Pay the tuition once,
Yeah, this is great.
learn the lesson.
But the thing is, too, is that especially when you're standing and you're
but
practicing
never
standing,
enroll in that.
or if you're performing live, for that matter,
So let's get some things
you're
straight.
not always going to be standing straight. You know what I mean? You're not always going to be standing stationary. Like you're going to move around the stage. You're going to do all that.
These hoes aren't worth it. Not your sleep, not your money,
But when you're just chilling like this,
and damn sure not your future.
work on your posture.
Too many men are bleeding time, cash, and emotional bandwidth on women who've done absolutely nothing to earn it. You're acting like a husband in a world where you are just a convenient option. And guess what, bro? That's on you. Stop giving girlfriends wife benefits. Stop funding a lifestyle. Fixing problems, being her handyman, being her emotional tampon, letting her cry on your shoulder, playing therapist, Uber driver, and ATM. Don't do that for women who have not committed in any way to you. If a woman has access to you without any obligation, that's eventually going to create contempt and not gratitude. The more you give without structure, the less you respect. Now, I'm not saying that everything needs to be transactional. It's like the guy that takes a girl out for steak dinner on the first night, then she gives him a hug. Well, that idiot, and then he's all frustrated, and he sends me a note. I said, dude, that's when you take her to Waffle House. You're not going to feel so bad about dropping $20 at Waffle House. But instead you spent $250 or $300 on a first date. You walk her to her car, she says thanks, and gives you a hug, and you expected more. The more that you give, the less that you are respected. And that's not a man being bitter. That's called pattern recognition. Remember, I urge you to be a pattern recognition expert. Now,
We out
being
here
married is
live.
different.
We out here
I
live.
was married
We out
once.
here
I
live.
enjoyed being a husband.
Oh,
I enjoyed being a
yeah.
husband. That was a long time.
Right there on the strap
But being married
area,
is different.
shoulder
Married
burning.
means to invest, to love
Let's
her,
get this left
to protect
hand
her,
moving.
to build with her, to care for her health, her peace, her future. That's the woman
Like
that
to
gets your
stretch.
full provision and gets all of your heart.
Get that.
That's earned territory, my brother. You don't cut corners with a wife because she chose you and you chose her under God, law, and society. Think of it like this. Coffee is for closers. Steakhouses are for a beloved wife. You don't take prospects to Fleming's Steakhouse.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't reward maybe.
CGG.
Never reward the maybe.
CGG Gaming.
Girlfriends get
CGG
Waffle
Gaming.
House. Simple.
Age Gaming.
It's not cruelty. It's clarity.
How you doing?
This is the second
Just
time I'm
stretching.
mentioning clarity.
I want to pull in.
Men get wrecked when they blur categories. When you treat dating like marriage, you train women to do nothing but take and leave. When you reserve your best for the woman who actually locks you in, you protect yourself and you honor the institution or the relationship.
Glorious.
Remember, there's three entities There's you, her,
A couple of
and
these.
us. You want to protect you, you want to protect her,
Woo.
and you want to protect the
These.
us. Her. You hurt us. When she hurts you,
These.
she's hurting us. So, gentlemen, take your lungs. Remember in the cartoons, they give somebody, Donald Duck would, I don't know, was it Donald Duck? How many lumps you want? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I guess it was like lumps
So-
of sugar. How many lumps would you like? Say 3, and then you get hit over the head with a big giant mallet 3 times. Take your lumps, tighten up, move forward with standards, a little bit of a backbone. The man who knows where the steakhouse is must also know where the Waffle House is. Editorial number 2. I'm saving the best for last. This one's called the pullback and how to deal with it. When she pulls back, understand this clearly. She's not going to a convent. When she breaks up with you, she's not consulting with nuns. She's not sitting. That's the story that men tell themselves because the truth is very uncomfortable. What's happening is the movement, exploration, and other options entering the picture. Women don't withdraw into solitude the way that men do. They shift their attention. They follow the pull of curiosity and opportunity. Women, listen up, bro. Women don't go into nun mode the same way men go into monk mode. And then almost on schedule, the orbit completes. Whatever she leaned into doesn't work out. The guy disappoints, the fantasy cracks, and all of a sudden your phone lights up with that familiar little nothing of a message where she says, "Hey stranger," casual, innocent, as if she didn't disappear, as if you were just temporarily out of range instead of quietly replaced. That text is not affection in any way. It's her probing to
Okay.
see if
Just to
you
move.
are,
Just to get the hands moving.
again, it's a check to see if you're still there. It's a check to see if the baby door is still open. She
Unreal.
wants to see if you're still
Ah.
willing to pick up where she left off.
I have to sit down here pretty soon.
Every guy knows what the maybe door is.
Hips are bothering me.
She might say she needs space. Sometimes that's true. I get it. Most of the time it's not. Space is just a convenient language. It creates distance without her being accountable to you. It allows her to keep you in reserve while she explores elsewhere. If a woman genuinely values you, she doesn't put you on ice while she goes out window shopping for the next best deal. For someone who already emotionally moved out. If he pulls away,
There we go.
let her go. No chasing, no speeches, no pretending that you don't see what's happening. If she circles back, she doesn't meet the same man again. She meets a man who kept moving and who is stronger. So let me remind you, you are not a placeholder for her. You are not an emotional safety net or her emotional tampon. You are not her backup plan. When you internalize that little "hey stranger" text loses all its power. and your life gets very quiet in the best possible way. Essay number 3. Called Pullback, How to Deal with It. Now, I saved the best for last because I've been working on this for about 3 days, actually, since, I don't know, maybe Sunday night was the first time I thought of this topic. And I was talking to, in the past, for many years now, I've called it relationship PTSD.
I don't know.
And that's too broad.
Pagios.
I'm talking about kind of PTSD or trauma response that you get. Now you got to realize, I'm talking like a therapist now. I am a certified advanced grief and loss therapist, so I know this topic like the back of my hand. How do you feel when you've been cheated on, or you find out she's been talking to someone else, blah, blah, blah? And I came up with a concept I call loyalty exploitation trauma, LET. I had to come up with a fancy phrase. I had to come up with the letters LET because I don't want to say loyalty exploitation trauma all the time. When a woman exploits your loyalty, it could be betrayal, or something like that. I didn't want to. It's the psychological and nervous system injury that occurs when a man's commitment, protection, and provision and emotional investment are leveraged against him, while the partner, the wife, the girlfriend,
Other one?
operates in deception, and her loyalty is divided. The trauma is not about infidelity itself, but the delayed realization that his loyalty enabled its own harm. You play a role in your own pain. Here's the symptoms of LE. Exploited by a woman. Someone says, well, just move on. Well, guess what? Just moving on doesn't work. Here's the symptoms. New women. That's why I say if you're in a relationship, never make a new woman pay for the sins of past relationships. Good men get guarded all the time. Guarded all the time. Why is that? How to heal without becoming bitter. How to spot loyalty extractors early on. These are all topics regarding LET. Loyalty, exploitation, trauma. There are stages of this, and men, they move through these stages whether they realize they have the language for it or not. The first stage is loyalty investment. This is where a man shows up fully. He commits, he protects, he provides, he prioritizes, he assumes, it could be stupid of him, he assumes mutuality. He assumes that everything's going to be reciprocated. And this is closely related to the first editorial that I did. He believes that the rules are shared. His loyalty is clean, forward-facing, unquestioned. is wrong. Small things feel off. There's a little shift of energy. Her stories don't quite line up. Intimacy feels kind of conditional. His gut, inside, his heart, feels in his body. It's whisper. But he overrides it because he's the lawyer. He resists a suspicious spirit. The third stage of LET is loyalty suppression.
Still
This is
got
the
it.
most damaging phase. He gaslights himself. He minimizes concerns. He gets more to stabilize what feels unstable. His loyalty becomes the mechanism that keeps him blind. The fourth stage is a reality
Oh, here we go again.
and abandonment. His nervous system shocked, is in shock now.
Still got it.
Time distorts. Not hearing from her for a day feels like a month. Time is distorted. His memory is fragmented. He's in kind of a fight or flight condition. The fifth stage is an aftermath hypervigilance, where he's no longer naive, but he's not fully integrated and healed yet. His body remembers what his mind wishes it could forget. You gotta remain. You think you're getting her out of your head. Good luck with that. Just the mention of her name or her picture, or going back over videos and pictures and emails and texts.
Pretty good though.
You
Wow.
feel it
Still
in your
kept
body.
it. Wow, I
You
sneezed
feel that
my face
nervousness,
off.
that despair.
Woo.
He
That's
scans
good
and
practice
tests
too.
and holds, he stays guarded. And this
All
is
right.
the point where men get stuck. The final stage, he does the work, is
Get a drink of water
kind of
real
an
quick.
integrated discernment. His loyalty returns, but it's very selective. Many men and relationships will become the recipient of an ended relationship, and they say, never fucking again. I'm done with women. And there's men who are end up being like the MGTOW brothers, men going their own way that say, never again. I'm done. I was married twice. I'm done. There will not be a third time. I was married 3 times. There won't be a fourth. Or if you have hurt really bad, you just say never again. Period. I'm done with women. Or the other thing is, all right, I'm done giving my heart. I will just be a fuckboy from here on out. Women don't deserve anything except to be fucked. That is it.
So
I'm never going to commit. I'm never going to get intimate. There's plenty of women
shift
out
gears
there
and
that
do
I
some
can
guitar.
just enjoy physically, but I will never ever commit to another again. Now here's the diagnostic. If you notice a sudden spike of anxiety when a woman's behavior changes, if your body reacts before your mind can rationalize, if you replay conversations looking for hidden meanings, you look at her text and you think like, well, what did she really mean by that? And you start psychoanalyzing. That could be trouble.
I would like to try something new.
You fear nobody. But sometimes you feel like you have no choice. If you don't miss her, but mourn who
Okay.
you were before her, you are not
Change
changed.
that angle up.
Breakups change you. Divorce changes you. The body keeps the score. Now, if it was a fight and you both split up and you both hate each other equally, that's one thing. But, sir, if she was the one that left you while you still loved her, just her picture, the mention of her name, the thought of her is going to create
Sorry,
feelings
just trying to
in
think.
your body. And I'm not a big nervous system guy. You know that. I poke fun at so many people that talk about the nervous system. That's a popular thing right now. To me, that's like almost like attachment theory. Which has come and gone. But your body learned that loyalty once came with consequences, and it adapted. Men don't realize the deepest injury of being cheated on has nothing to do with sex.
All right, we'll just do this.
You hear me? Being cheated on has nothing to do with, like, how do you feel? Has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with loyalty being used against it. When a man commits, he commits forward. Hey, find a man that's committed. Ladies, any ladies in the chat? If you find a man that is committed, hang on to him. You got a good man. Loyalty is exploited by someone operating in deception.
Oops.
The injury doesn't end when the relationship ends.
There we go.
Let me say that again. When loyalty is quietly exploited by someone operating in deception, the injury doesn't end when the relationship ends. It takes residence in your body. The very traits that made you honorable were traits that allowed you to be.
Let's see.
Doesn't that suck? You make yourself vulnerable,
See, I
and
still
then
don't like.
someone squashes you,
Still
and
don't
you're
like
like,
that angle.
fuck, man, never, here I go again, never fucking again. And then you start blaming yourself for the situation
Almost
that you're
there.
in.
Almost there. Well, I guess that would be okay.
But is that a bad thing? You don't lose the ability to love. You lose the ability to love blindly, which most of you have done. And unless that distinction is understood, you're either going to put armor around yourself, be impermeable, or you're going to be bleeding all over every woman you ever meet in the future, making yourself all vulnerable again. So, how do you inoculate yourself against loyalty exploitation? Being suspicious is not a good strategy.
Sorry about that.
Suspicion makes you small,
Sorry about that.
and reactive. You don't give loyalty before reality has been established. The goal is not to withhold your best traits. The
Okay.
goal is to deploy them last, not
Oh, man.
first.
There it is.
Woo. I'm gonna try something
That's
new
why you
for a
say
warm up.
that's for a beloved wife, or the beloved lifelong companion. Mere girlfriends do not get the best that you have to offer. They have to earn it.
Yikes.
Loyalty is a response to demonstrated behavior over a period of time. A man who gives loyalty too early is not romantic. He's unsecure. Early intensity, fast bonding, future talk, sexual access, emotional disclosure. These are not all green lights. They are neutral at best. Loyalty begins only after consistency has been observed under mild stress, mild disagreement, and mild inconvenience. If she has never been disappointed by you, you have no data to work with. If you've never disappointed or angered a woman, you haven't lived.
There we go.
The second principle
Jonathan
is
Manning.
asymmetry.
Jonathan Manning.
There's asymmetry.
Sorry, my voice is nasally.
Something's off. One
I just
person's
sneezed.
giving more than another. One person's taking more than the other. Early in a relationship, there's no equal investments.
You don't know? You don't know, bro. Hey, if you don't know, you don't know, dude.
You try to match their energy.
Yeah,
You
right.
get love bomb, and you love bomb back.
Jonathan, you got
for sorry
jokes.
ending.
That's funny.
Don't match her energy. Don't match her words.
I can't even play that on Guitar Hero.
Too quickly. Never do that.
On beginner.
Watch what she
Or
does
a Miralo.
when she
by
doesn't get her
morning?
way.
No, no,
That
no.
right there is
Man.
going to tell you everything you need to know.
That's funny. I'm frozen, bro.
Observe how she handles
I'm
dating.
frozen. Frozen this morning. I'm always frozen, bro.
You
When I wake up, I'm frozen.
creating boundaries,
That's why I gotta
rules,
stretch.
expectations. How does she
And
react
just
when you tell her what your
see what happens.
expectations are?
Start
better yet.
de-thawing.
If she doesn't know what your expectations are,
Ice
she
cold,
will
bro.
continue to step on your boundaries.
And I just do like bare bone practice. Completely stone
So a
cold.
woman who gets
practice.
loyalty from you without offering peace and respect and consistency is a very calibrated woman. She knows what she's doing.
This one's gonna be really
Refer
painful.
back to editorial number 1.
I'm just gonna play every note. Every note
You
with
overgave.
accuracy and clarity
Raise your hand
and
if you ever
tone.
overgave. Let me see your hand.
Pitch.
Did you ever overgive in a relationship?
No, not really, but
Third
yeah,
principle
something like that.
is behavioral over just verbal. Words are cheap. Reassurance is cheap. Most
Go
women
back
can
down.
cry on cue. And the woman who exploits your loyalty is usually fluent in reassurance and words and tears. They're inconsistent with action. Inoculation means you believe the patterns, not the promises. Why? Because you are a pattern recognition expert. Do not reward apologies. You reward corrected behavior, sustained over time. And we talked about this in the teaching yesterday. The proper apology is this: I'm sorry. I was wrong. It won't happen again. And then changed behavior over a period of time. That
Quarter notes.
outdoor swings in both directions. That's not just for women, that's for men. I'm sorry. I was wrong. It won't happen again. Or with guys, I'll do my best to not have that happen again. The fourth principle is internal authority. Now, this is real critical. A man who is vulnerable to loyalty exploitation he outsourced his judgment. He didn't listen to his body. Remember, the body keeps the score. He believed her interpretation of events over his own perception. Inoculation means reclaiming interpretive authority. Only you know what you are feeling. If something feels off, don't argue yourself out of it. Slow down, reduce the investment, pull back a little bit, gather data. You don't need to accuse,
Cool.
you don't need to prove anything. Distance
That's a
is
cool little exercise.
information.
Warming up. Hands are still cold.
You hear that? Distance is information.
They're like, what do you call that?
What she
Figuratively
does
cold,
when she doesn't get her way,
and also literally
it's
cold.
important for you to log,
It's not like cold in the room.
to record.
It's semi. It's nice,
What she does.
I'd say it's probably about
when
70
distance
degrees in
between you,
but I have a
need to
fan on.
listen to, observe, record.
I just feel like Hands are a little bit cold.
Loyalty is a privilege.
Hands are cold.
You earn people's loyalty. They earn your loyalty.
Hands are cold. Muscles
Loyalty
are
cannot
cold.
purchase
It's
security.
all cold.
A lot of guys will just give more, hoping that it's going to stabilize her, anchor her, inspire reciprocity.
All right.
Nicer hotel, nicer dinners, nicer cruises. You can't buy a woman. How many men here have ever tried doing nice things for a woman only to get it thrown back in your face,
Oh, amen to that.
not mirrored, not
So
reciprocated,
there's another exercise I'd like to try
and you
today.
feel that it was a one-way relationship?
Now, it looks something like that.
I'm telling you that for 10 years.
And I just want to try to get that one down.
That's the metric
Just the
right
one
here, my
down.
brother.
Well, the one down
Sexual
as well as I
attraction is
can, I'll
gonna
move on to
fade.
the next one.
Let's get
Hello.
real.
Oh, random
Charm
guy.
is gonna fade.
Random guy.
Let's get
Random
real.
guy. That name sounds
Chemistry is
familiar.
gonna
I think you've been in
fluctuate.
here before. What's
Let's
up,
get
bro?
real.
What's up, random guy?
Peace does not lie. If your body is constantly lit up and activated, if you feel like you're managing the relationship instead of living in it, your body is
Looks
telling
like
you the truth faster
I
than
wanna do
your
it.
ego wants to hear it. The right woman does not require surveillance. She doesn't
So
require
it's going to need some work.
She can be trusted. You can turn your back on her. Your body is keeping
Something
score.
like that. The most important rule of this exercise is to keep
Inoculation
these two
against
fingers down
loyalty
while you're moving these
exploitation,
two.
in other words, getting used.
And I don't want to press them, like smash them in.
Precise. It helps you to love
But yet I
people.
don't want to let them off the string
Without
too much
leading
to where I'm
to that.
barely touching it either.
It lets you
It's gotta
remain
be right
loyal
somewhere in the
without
middle.
being exploitable. The man who learns this does not become bitter. He becomes selective.
Just the right
That's
amount
not
of pressure,
drama.
especially when I'm
It's
down
wisdom
here. When I'm down
earned
here,
the hard way.
my fingers are going to try to lift off. I'm trying to avoid that.
So I'll end this by talking about the loyalty manifesto. And this is for anyone who has felt the trauma from loyalty exploitation. You feel you got used. Here's the manifesto. I will not give loyalty before reality, intimacy before consistency, or commitment before she proves herself. I will observe her behavior over time, not just her words in the moment. I will trust what I feel in my body without becoming paranoid. And I will slow down instead of over-investing if something feels off. Don't keep investing. It's like throwing gas on a fire.
jumping in and
Something's a little
hey.
bit off. Spend a little
And then
more
I do the-
money on her. Take her on
Then
a
I do the
different
two
vacation.
inside fingers, so it'll be
Bigger. More. Shinier. Stop that, gentlemen. Stop it.
Can I sing, bro?
Loyalty is not
Not
something
really.
that you use to earn love or secure attachment.
I
It
can
is a privilege.
I can carry a tune.
It is a
I can't sing.
privilege that's granted
Not like a singer.
after peace, alignment, respect have been
Sing
demonstrated.
like
to
she
you.
got
You
smile
will
and
not
it seems
loyal
to
a
me
woman who does
that
not
you know what I mean. I can't really sing.
You will not argue yourself out of your instincts.
I've been known to do some backup vocals,
Stop negotiating against your own
carry a
well-being.
tune.
Don't ever mistake chemistry for trust and peace. Most penises
This
and
exercise is
vaginas
tough.
can get along pretty damn well. That does not mean you're going to have peace. So in the future,
This one's really hard.
choose discernment, boundaries. Your loyalty remains intact, but it's not freely accessible. Your loyalty
It's really trying to
must
like.
be.
It's kind of a brain buster where you're trying to.
You don't give loyalty
Your brain's trying to focus on
Until
one,
there's
two,
peace
a couple different things at the same
and
time,
respect.
while
and
trying to
don't
keep these
mistake
two fingers down
Chemistry.
and then moving these ones.
That's,
Same as the
last
first lick.
editorial
The
of
first
the
one
night.
is going to be 1, 2, 3,
you want to talk about it?
and
Let's
then
do
these
it.
two.
We got a few minutes. I wrote
So
this
it's like
today.
it's a
I-
finger
I was
dexterity
writing the other-
exercise.
the last one for about 3 days now.
So the second version is
You get your
and the
initial
next one
thoughts.
is really hard.
Anything that I said
You gotta leave these two down
that
and then
might
move these
stand
two.
out in your mind.
Yeah. It's hard. It's harder than you think.
Arguing out of your instincts.
Do a quarter note, do it nice and
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, that's right. That is a good one.
I mean, it's literally you have to
Chemistry
concentrate
implies volatility. I
on the
don't trust
movement of
chemistry
your
in
third finger.
relationships.
Your third finger is going to be the lead
Chemistry
finger.
does not mean peace.
You're keeping these down, but this one's the first one to
Two
go,
people can get along sexually pretty well.
right?
Sexually, I'm telling you, in the bedroom, sex is a great thing, especially if you've been single for a while. You've learned to separate it from
Right.
emotions.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be that way, but unfortunately, that's how it is for the majority of us. But sexual chemistry does not mean peace. You get along well in the bedroom, but you're arguing in the car, in the living room, in the kitchen. Michael Paul says, stay away from the maybe door. Yeah, close the maybe door. There's no more disrupting text than the one from a
I'm gonna,
person
yeah,
who says,
I feel better with that.
hey stranger,
Just even if after a few tries,
when you get the
but
hey
that's something you
stranger
gotta keep
text
going
from
and
a
going and
woman,
going and going and going and going with until you're really
She's
comfortable to
checking
do
to
it on
see
like
if the
eighth
door is
notes
still
over the quarter note. So
every man I know gets a hey stranger text every now and then. And my experience is
See?
they all circle back somehow, some way, somewhere.
this is just the
How many hit and runs
thick of it, man. This is like
you
you're in
have
the
to have
middle
with
of a
somebody
black
before you say
forest
enough is enough?
trying to find your way out.
Think about
You're all
that.
tangled up. You gotta detangle, break everything down to its source.
And you don't want to be a dick about it.
Every
You know, if she says, yeah, new phone, do this.
But
Exactly.
anyway, that's the exercise.
If she says, hey,
There's a lot more
stranger,
to it, but that's pretty much it. So, if we get the main ones down, the main ones will be
your response should be, what's the matter? The new guy didn't work out? Don't let the door hit you in the ass, lady. Absolutely.
there. I kind of did it.
I think the
Struggling a little, but I got it.
overwhelming star
You get to
of
the point
tonight's
where you can
show
just do it, and you're not,
is the concept.
you're really
of
confident in it. You know what I mean? That
genuine
means your
burning
fingers
desire.
are getting stronger,
Identifying it.
and they're doing exactly what you want them to do.
And the other one is
In my humble
don't
opinion.
mistake sexual
Hot breath
chemistry
pressure.
for ease.
Hello.
Powerful concepts.
Right. So
Yeah, Masonic Truckers was
With that
making
said,
countless
we'll do our
mistakes.
normal,
When it started affecting my health, I realized that the
do my
judgment of
normal
my actions regardless of the
routine
words.
here with the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's starting to get a little bit like this.
Yep.
It's getting way better for me. Been doing it for a month, almost exactly a month. Tomorrow will be one month
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
that I've been doing these exercises every morning, every day. I feel that I've been really good. And then so I think after this month
It's
anniversary,
almost like they have
starting
a
probably
spell.
tomorrow,
Cast a spell
most
on you.
likely
You
starting
gotta break
tomorrow,
the
I'm gonna
spell,
do like
right.
I'm gonna do a few of them
I say
to
that
warm up,
you know,
I
is
won't
it
go through all
actually
of them.
real
I'll do a couple
spell?
of them
No.
to warm up, and then I'll
But
do.
it seems like that
Probably
some
practice something
women
like
will have a grip
know,
on
something
you
new.
that you
I
just
don't know yet,
can't
something
shake.
new,
And you
and then I'll
always
do
think
that
about
for
it.
like a month. Just how it goes.
Remember what I said
Or
about
maybe,
you don't miss
maybe I'll
her.
continue to do this
Someone repeat. I'm not.
and then
all
do
right,
something new
You don't
and
miss
just make
her. You
make
miss
it longer, make the
fill
stream
in the
longer,
blank.
or make
You
the
tell
hour
me.
longer.
Remember
Maybe
my
I'll
little
do
riff
instead of
on
1 hour,
that?
I'll do
You
2
don't
hours.
miss the blank, but you miss the blank.
Don't know. Haven't quite decided. Something's got to change up though.
Put that in the chat. I'm making it work.
Because if I just
there we
did
go.
these,
Yes.
say if I did these
You missed
from
the
month to
hardware.
month to month, and I did them
Not
for
the
12 months,
software,
I'd be a master
not
at
the
these one
operating
thing.
system.
But I don't want to do just one thing for a year.
You can still
It's
picture
crazy.
her ass, her breasts, her
And that's
hips.
just not like, it's not
You can
practical.
still picture
You know what
her.
I mean? It's just not
And you
practical.
romanticize it.
So, that being said, we'll get started with the one.
You don't miss the operating system.
Owen Ray.
Trauma
Hello.
bonds and trauma loops. That's the spell. Reinforcement treating you good. It's one wait for the next time she's nice. Miss the floppy disk. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, good to see you. Yeah, I didn't even know you're here. I can see you in the chat. Oh, there's Steve. You're there. I asked
Tell you what I really want to start
the
learning.
wizard that I usually use. Instead of holding a ball of fire, I said,
I want to start learning how to play
hot
some
coffee.
like bluegrass guitar and country guitar. Maybe just start with some open chord, cowboy chord stuff.
So there's me as a wizard.
Since I have the acoustic, you know, try to play as much like really, what do you call it? Like grassroots genres of
He was
music
here the whole
that
time.
apply
Okay,
the
cool.
acoustic guitar.
Cool.
Because if I feel like if I got really good at acoustic guitar, when I go over to
We all
electric
see
guitar,
coffee mug. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious.
just go right into it. You
I
know what I mean?
probably will keep this broadcast up.
That's kind of my goal.
I probably will keep
One
the
sec.
broadcast up. Yep. Josh Westbrook says, buddy of mine switched her divorce and lost it all. $5 million house,
Okay.
everything. Send them to your channel immediately. Yeah, man. Excellent.
All right, folks.
I get the guys
I'm going to
sometimes very gay.
I'm gonna have to cut this short.
You
Coming
those
up
of you
on
that
1 hour.
think that I'm just like a
So I'm gonna cut
YouTuber
this
that
short.
comes
I
on
have to
every
take
now
care of
and then.
something, and then I'm gonna come back on a stream when I'm done. See you in about 30
70 to
minutes.
100 messages a day. How do you even begin to deal with that?
Swoop. We'll see you in about 30 minutes,
What am I
folks.
writing? Well, I just finished the book. I have so many manuscripts